bad boy? So I was like, oh, that's an interesting question. So I thought, Rebecca, so maybe today I wanted to throw the question back at you. So why is it that women say they want a good man, right? They want a nice guy. They want someone who's going to treat them right. But then when they meet that nice guy, they're just like, nah, he's boring, da, 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 and they go for the bad boy. So why is that?
I mean, I'm kind of in a similar situation.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, what it is, it's like you said yesterday, you know, when you meet the bad boy, you know, he makes your heart flutter and you get nervous and, you know, it's exciting. And when you meet the nice guy, you know, if you're not at that point where you're really ready for a serious relationship, it's like, you know, you get bored. He's nice. He calls you all the time. He makes you feel good. But after a while, it's like, he's calling me again. Oh my God, I have to see him again. He's going to want to talk today. Or he's going to go out for lunch. Yes, you want those things. But at the end, like once you get to a place, if you're not wanting a relationship, if it's more so like, you know, because when girls settle for the bad guy, it's usually like they like the attention they get from him, because they wouldn't, you know, expect to get it from that type of guy. So maybe they like the attention, or maybe, you know, they didn't think that they could get that guy because, you know, he's the bad boy, he gets all the other girls, so he's like, oh, he's my arm candy because, you know, he's handsome and all this other stuff. Or maybe, you know, even if he's not all that fine, but he's just like, you know, maybe he's like a broken guy, he's, you know, he's heartbroken, he has all these issues, and you just want to fix him. You're like, maybe I can make his life better.
Why is it women think they can fix men?
Because maybe we don't want to fix ourselves, so we try to find, you know, maybe it's like, because a lot of people get bored with their own selves. They're too lazy to fix their own lives, so they're going to try to fix other people because they don't want to deal with their own issues. So that's a good
concept. And so women are picking up broken men because they don't want to deal with their issues. Because I'm a firm believer, you attract what's in you. So maybe you're picking up broken guys because there's something in you that's broken that you don't want to deal with, and you pick up guys that well, I can't fix myself, and take the attention off of me. Well, I can't fix me, maybe I can fix him.
Well, it's not even like, oh, I can't fix me, maybe I can fix him. It's just like, oh, he has all these issues, I just want to help him.
But what about helping you?
You forget about that. So it's a good distraction for you.
Oh, so it becomes a distraction. So I love this. So it becomes a distraction. So you take the attention off of you. Now you put it on him. Let me work on him.
Yeah.
So what tends to happen when you find yourself in a relationship in a situation like this?
It's like you just want to fix him, and he's just always sad.
And do you have success? Do you end up fixing him?
Actually, at some point you get sick of it. And then you're like, damn, I gotta leave because I can't. It's just too exhausting.
So at some point you realize that you're not able to fix another broken person.
No, but sometimes some people like really will fall for them and just be like, oh my God, you know, I just want to help him. But then, like, I don't know. I'm a different kind of person. At some point, I get tired of him and be like, I can't do this no more. I have my own life to live. I got stuff to do. I can't sit here trying to fix you. I can only, you know, it's like putting energy into a black hole. Ooh. It's like you just do so much until it's just like...
It drains you.
Yeah, there's no return on your investment. You just kind of get tired of it.
So why do you guys do it?
It's fun.
It's fun. There's an answer. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But I love what you said in the beginning, because I think you clarified it for me very simply in the beginning. I think you said when a women are not ready to settle down, they're not ready for a serious relationship, they'll tend to pick the bad boy just to someone has to love you for you can't fix anyone. Thank you, Jonathan. I love that. And Dee said bad boys are for the younger teen until the mid-20s. If a grown woman wants a bad boy, then something is absolutely wrong. And I think it's an age gap thing too, because when you're young, you want to play and have fun. But at a certain stage, you get to a stage in your life where you're like, okay, I'm tired of the games. I realize now I can't fix anybody. And I want to say, and sadly to say, at some point, you want to say age, you want to say early 20s, but I've met a lot of women who are in their 40s and still haven't figured out that you can't fix another person, that you can't fix another broken person. But I don't know.
It's like, you know, if you're broken, you think, well, maybe if I can fix them, I can fix me. Or, you know, you look for somebody to validate you, you know, especially if you have that bad boy who, you know, every woman wants and he wants you, then, you know, you feel validated to some point. So you'll stay with him because it's like, okay, well, every girl wants him, but he only wants me, so I'll stay with him because he makes me feel wanted. He makes me feel like, oh, he chose me out of all his other options, you know. And it's like, in that, I think that stems from a place of insecurity, but
on the woman's part.
Yeah,
okay,
on the woman's part, because, you know, if you really know what you're worth, you're not gonna sit there and settle for somebody who's not, who's not attentive to you, who doesn't treat you how you know you should be treated, who doesn't really care for you in the way that you feel that you should be cared for, obviously, you shouldn't be in that relationship. But some women stay because it's like, oh, well, I have no other option. Okay. Or, oh, my other options are not as good as him.
Okay, so people are staying in a relationship because they feel like they have no other options. So it's like, okay, it's better to be.
Don't want to be alone.
So it's better to be in a bad relationship rather than face the fact than be by yourself. Mm-hmm. Ooh, what a sad state. And that's a sad state that a lot of singles, find themselves in. Well, at least I'm not alone. At least if I'm in a relationship, I won't be lonely. I'll have someone to hang out with and do things with. And
sometimes you become the loneliest in that relationship.
Absolutely. That's what I want to touch on, because some of the loneliest people are married people because they think, and I tell people all the time, a relationship, if you have an issue, like if you're lonely, you suffer depression, you have all these things that you're dealing with, and you think being in a relationship is going to solve those issues. It really doesn't. You really bring all that into the relationship, and it adds a lot of stress to your partner. And at some point in the beginning, like Becky said, they might think, well, hey, maybe I can help this person, maybe I can fix them. And you try, because you really want to. But at some point you're going to realize, I can't. Yeah. You can't fix that other person. That person really has to see something wrong, and they have to take the initiative. They have to want to fix it.
But sometimes some people really just don't realize that they can't fix them. Like, they'll spend forever trying to make somebody whole. That's just that they can't, because the other person doesn't want to be fixed, or they'll pretend like they're doing. But at the end of the day, unless somebody wants to change, they won't change.
Absolutely. And I love what Jonathan said. You have to learn to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Yeah. And that's the big point, because a lot of times we don't want to love ourselves. So I think people use relationships as a place to hide. Yeah. So they don't have to be themselves. They don't have to answer a lot of questions. Hey, I have somebody, so I must be good. I'm okay. Hey, I don't have to. I'm good. But I think it all comes from self-love, because if you love yourself and you know that you are worthy of real love, that that, you can't give what you don't really have inside here.
And I've one thing I've learned, nobody can really ever love you until you love yourself.
Absolutely.
It's true. You can think you're loving somebody to, as like better than anybody else, but if you really don't know what it is to feel love inside yourself, you can never effectively love somebody, because you're expecting something from someone that they can't give you.
Absolutely. Because when you love, I think it's definition of love, and I love what Corinthians define love. And if we're really, especially for the married folks, we say we love, and if we find love and all these things, but if you really look at what the definition of love is, how the Bible talks about, how the Bible describes it, oh my God, do we really love? Do we really love? Are we really selfless? Do we really put other people's needs before us? Are we not, envious? Self-seeking, all the things that Corinthians 13 talks about. So do we really know what love is? So, I know we kind of went all kind of different tangents, but it really goes back to, it's for all the guys out there. I'm sure a guy asked me this question, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have come across that. You're trying to be the nice guy. You're doing all the right things. You're treating them nice. You're calling when you say you're going to call. You're honoring your word. You're picking her. You're picking her up on time. You just following up.
You just know it's not you.
Yes, it's not you.
The problem. It's
that person. She has issues. Yeah. And she's not the right one for you. Believe me, when you meet a woman who's whole and she's done the work on herself, she'll be able to identify a good guy. Because I think that's the problem. A lot of women don't know what a great man looks like because they've never seen a great example. So it's not even you, it's them, because they've never seen an example of what a guy is supposed to do, how a guy is supposed to treat them.
Shout out to Uncle Sam.
Shout out. That's my boo.
Oh, that's a good man.
That's a good man. May I get you one? But no, it all goes back to if you've never seen something modeled, because we have a generation that's growing up, with a lot of fathers are not in their home. So a lot of young women are growing up, they don't see a good role model of what, love is, how men is supposed to treat a woman. So when they come across a man that are doing these things, it's foreign to them. So they don't know how to accept love. And I think that's a good point. We'll probably talk about at a future segment, how to really accept love, because a lot of women don't know how to accept love. They're like, okay, what do you want from me? I just want to love you, boo. They just,
It's like, are you sure?
You shout what you want. What's your angle? What's your height?
You don't know what kind of baggage I got. You sure you can handle that?
Exactly. So you push the nice guy away because you don't know how to receive love. So that's probably something we need to talk about, how to receive love, because you're coming from a place of brokenness. Your heart's been broken so many times. You
don't trust them.
You don't trust because you've been disappointed, you've been let down, and you might have let your guard down and allow someone in, and you got abused. A lot of emotional things that you're carrying around, and that you don't know how to let go and put that thing down and allow someone to really see the real you and love the woman that you truly are. So for all the nice guys out there, don't give up. Don't give up. And be patient and just keep meeting people, because at some point you will meet a woman that's going to understand your value. And don't turn into a bad boy because you think, well, that's what they want. Because I've seen that as well, where good guys have actually, well, I'm trying to do the right thing here, and this is not what they want, and I really want to be with someone, so do I have to be someone that I'm really not in order to attract a woman? So I encourage you, do not do that. Don't turn into a bad boy, because there is a woman out there that's going to see your value. Just be patient and wait on her. All right. All right. I think that's all we have time for today. So today was really a quick